Ronald Acuna, who walked 4 times last night for the first time in his career. He's swinging on the first pitch this night, and he flies one foul down the right field side, 0-1. So, and 20 strikeouts.
He needs a third win.
Since his ERA is 1.36. Acuna fouls one off the right side, and it's 1-2. His last start
early, first inning, correct?
Slider off the plate to Acuna, 2-2. Switching in 45 at bats. Tries not to chase the slider, and he stopped the swing. He broke in. More willing to take his walks. He grounds one weakly to short. Lindor has to charge it and throw on the run. And he throws out Acuna by a stride. Fender by any means, but he's improved over the last couple of years. Dansby Swanson flies one out to right center. And Nimmo drifts over. 2 out.
You know
that? And you know, when George came up with the Royals, he was not a good fielder, and he became an elite fielder. Same thing with Mike Scherzer when he came up, but became a great fielder. Austin Riley is drilled by Scherzer. 93-mile-an-hour fastball got Olsen, who had an enormous home run last night. And he gets dusted by a cutter that ran. This is up and away 2-0. Olsen had 179 RBIs now for Olsen, who leads the National League in RBIs since the 1st of June. And Scherzer throws a 2-out to Olsen, who you know has the green light. And he swings and pops it up foul, and that'll come back out of play. Late for Riley at first. 3-1 to Olsen. And it's a call strike, a letter high fastball that Will Little deemed a strike, and it's 3-2.
Thought it was.
From 3-0 to 3-2 to Olsen. Riley takes off, and Olsen swings and misses, and a good cutter in on him, and that'll retire the side. Max Scherzer on the strength of 3 home runs. Rosario DHing tonight after tweaking his hamstring on Monday. Takes right his season after eye surgery early this year. Another curveball from Scherzer. That one fouled at the plate, 1-2. Early in his last start against the Phillies, but muddled through. And he misses with the changeup away, and it's 2-2. But his 1.93 ERA stands out. Swing and a miss. He goes upstairs to get Rosario for his second strike.
Why does he like that first pitch curve so much? Well, coming into tonight, Scherzer had thrown as Contreras singles to right field. He had thrown 936 first pitch curveballs in his career.
Dropped that get me over curveball on the outside corner. And I can attest to that. There's a get me over, and it's a good pitch to get ahead.
Max attacked Michael Harris with a high fastball and then comes back with a
bat better than the pitches that are more medium velocity.
That curveball hit off the back of the mound. Lindor fields, steps, fires, double play, side retired. On Carton and Roberts, presented by Grubhub. Catch them live weekdays 4 to 6 only on SNY. Vaughn Grissom leading off in the home 3rd inning. One of 2 21-year-old rookies in the lineup for its 8th game, and he's hitting an even 400. And a fastball foul tipped, and it's 1-2. AAA. Seems like a trend. And Scherzer throws a slider in the dirt, and Grissom flares one out to right. Marte playing shallow, goes over in the gap, but has to play it on a hop. Marte right before the injured list gave up just 1 run and 3 hits in 7 innings.
And the 1 run he gave up was a home run. Do you remember who got the home run off him in that game?
Back in July? No. Starting to rain a little steadier.
Austin Riley
pitches a strike to Grossman, 1-1, and set to go. After a rain delay of 34 minutes, Grossman takes a fastball for a strike, and it's 1-2. Philadelphia. 3 on the right side against Grossman, and the switch hitter fouls back a cutter, and it's
on 3:15 by the time you bust to the hotel. And I used to on games like strips like that.
Ronald Acuna waiting on deck. 2-2 coming to Grossman, and he takes the cutter low and in, and it's 3-2. Rain 2.
Do I look that bad?
3-2. Grissom not going, and it's ball 4. So Scherzer resumes. Grossman at first with nobody out. And a ground ball to third. First chance for Beatty. He's going to go to first with it and get the out there as the runners move up. Still with runners in scoring position. Here's Dansby Swanson. And he takes a slider off the plate for ball one.
Swanson.
Nothing lead. Swanson flied to center his first time and fouls back a hanging slider, and it's 1-1.
And that slider just backed up enough inside.
It's an 8 at bats. 3 runs driven in. And Scherzer comes up and in with a fastball, and it's 2-1. Swing and miss at his slider. Swanson drives one out to center. Nimmo back onto the warning track. He makes the catch a step from the fence, tagging him in his 65th run, and he's Austin Riley. And Riley takes slider inside for ball one. And upstairs fastball swung and missed. 1-1. Riley 1 for 8 in this series, and he gets him to swing at a slider, and it's 1-2. Scherzer ahead 1-2, and he misses high with a fastball, and it's 2-2.
Good try right there, and I tell you what, good take by Riley.
This inning with just 1 run allowed. 2-2 coming, and a half swing. Did he go?
Yes. Strike.
Strike 3.
Yeah, it's a called strike. That was a strike.
So Riley is questioning. 4-1 New York. Olson struck out on a high fastball his first time up, and Scherzer gets the slider in for a strike, and it's 1-1. You're correct. Got ahead of him with fastballs.
Right.
And struck him out with a slider, and then throws a fastball sneaking in to the 5th slot. And the cutter misses low. And he skips that one in, and it's 3-2.
He doesn't.
What did he pass it? And he strikes out Olson for a second time, up and away with the fastball.
After a rain delay.
Rosario pops one foul. So in his last 4+ starts against, I mean, he was half before the rain delay, half after. That's popped foul, and it's 0-2 to Rosario, who struck out his home runs against the Mets in these last 2 series. He only has 4 home runs for the year, but he had a 3-run shot. Eye surgery that short-circuited the early part of his year, and Scherzer gets him with that back foot cutter.
Yep.
So back to
win away from that big plateau of 200 wins.
William Contreras swings and misses at a slider, 0-1. He is moving on up. Contreras had an opposite field single his first time, and he pops one foul out of play. And
he was the #1 leader when I was a kid.
Yep, forever. Swing and a miss, and Scherzer strikes out the side in the 4th inning. The lower third of the Braves batting order, starting with Michael Harris, who takes curveball inside for ball one. Harris,
good.
That's almost as good as Nito and Nimmo. Don't call me. Here's the 2-0 to Harris, and he pops one up on the left side, and Beatty waiting for it. 2 hands, sort of. That's outstanding. Here's Vaughn Grissom, and he swings and misses at a first pitch slider. He had a 34-minute rain delay. And Grissom pops one up. Lindor out, Nimmo in, Nimmo calling. 2 outs. Then Yankee Stadium for 2 Monday, Tuesday before the Mets get home. Another first pitch curveball. That's in for a strike.
Corner to a left-hand hitter.
So the Mets' next 2 game starters side by side. Grossman fouls it away, and then in the day-night doubleheader Saturday, he's back, and that's the good news. As Grossman slugs one out to center, playable for Nimmo. Right in front of the warning track, he reels it in. To the bottom of the 6th, Ronald Acuna leads off and takes outside for ball one. Scherzer tonight walked 1. Acuna is grounded out twice, and he skies this one into shallow left center. And Nimmo is there to wait for it. 1 out.
In here, folks.
Swanson banks one off the mask of McCann. Hour. They started tracking exit velocity in 2015. Since then, there have been only 3 Met rookies who've hit the ball that did it 14 times his rookie year.
No. That's Bam Bam.
Yeah. 1-2 to Swanson.
Was that in Memphis? The Mets in Memphis.
2-2 to Swanson. So on the major leagues on opening day against Russ Ortiz in Atlanta. Strike three called, and Swanson's caught looking. And that's the sex argued to have Jacobs kept with the team and won the argument. And so they put his. I think he hit 4 home runs in his first 4 games in the major leagues. Grounded down to third. Another chance for Beatty.
Nice.
And he throws out his op.
Would have to bet $15,385 to win 100. Fellas, in my humble opinion, that
bridge jumpers. The people who bet the favorite to show. Yeah.
Wait, is that right, Keith? Did I get that wrong? You're right. 100.
That's right.
Ugh.
Max Scherzer in firm command. This year. And a slider in for a call, third strike, and he gets Olsen for the 3rd time. Rest Monday at Yankee Stadium. Here's Eddie Rosario, who struck out his 2 at-bats, and he takes a curveball out of the strike zone for ball 1. This is the 15th game between standings, but there's been very little competition in these games. One team gets out to a great.
And this team needed. It's not over yet.
Well, it's an interesting juxtaposition because you're talking about running Scherzer out for the just to get some work in because it's been so long since he pitched. There's a 4-pitch walk to Rosario. And that snaps a string of 13 in a row retired by Scherzer. Single in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th, 1 for 2. And he tops one back toward Max. Bobbles it on the backhand, recovers and throws. Can't be handled by Alonso, and everybody's safe. For Atlanta, he's been a breath of fresh air. Really, go back to with June, they have been just extraordinarily good. And Harris has had a big part of that. It's inside, and Scherzer's behind 2-0. In fact, the Braves' winning percentage, they're 4th of May ever. And now Scherzer all of a sudden having trouble throwing strikes. He walked Rosario on 4 pitches. Got the comebacker from Contreras that you figure has to take a pitch here. And he does, and it's too high. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. So just like that.